It seems so gloomy and so dark out there for the job market. And I think a lot of people, we had someone here just yesterday who was saying, go for a career, go for your life's work. You're saying, just get your foot in the door with something right now to a grad.
You have to start somewhere. And I love the life's work. And think of your career as a stepping stone, right? So that first job is going to help you build the connections, get the skills, understand how to work in these different environments. So you want to approach that job search in a different way than maybe we all did when we were graduating. So it's less about, I'm going to get that perfect job, and more about, okay, I'm going to get something that's going to open a door. It may be freelance work, it may be contract or internship.
Would you recommend, like, technical college for people at this point to learn HVAC, electrical?
Absolutely, yes. And this is what we are seeing also with the Gen Zs, that they are looking at other things beyond just like that corporate job. A lot of them are even becoming solopreneurs. So they're looking like, hey, I could go be a social media expert and do my own business right now. So yes, it's having that different look at, you know, what that perfect job is.
What word you just said? Solopreneurs?
Solopreneurs, yeah. So they're building their own companies.
Their own stuff.
Yes.
But it's scary to me when I see entry-level jobs are down. You know, even the market for entry-level jobs are down. So what should they be doing?
So they should be leaning into their network. What we're finding...
Do they have networks?
Well, so they do. They don't realize it. And what we hear is that, you know, 44% of the Gen Zers that we talked to said, oh, my gosh, they think that their barrier is access. And really, they do have a network. Think about the summer jobs that you had, or the professor, or, you know, the person that you babysat for. That is your network. You're going to want to get really comfortable with reaching out, having specific questions, and leaning into that, but being really like deliberate in terms of how you build that network, starting with the type of jobs that you're interested in. Go for those people.
Yeah, some say looking for a job is like looking for a home. What I mean by that is it's all about location, location, location.
Yes.
So what are some areas around the country that young people should be looking for when they're looking for a job?
Yeah, so we did some research on this as well, and we found, you know, some of the usual, San Francisco, Seattle, those are great places to get a job. They're expensive, but other emerging cities like, you know, Atlanta, Charleston, Salt Lake City, Austin, like really fun places to live, more affordable. Those are some really good places to go look for a job because there's some jobs in those areas.
How important is your degree when it comes to your early days of starting your career?
Yeah, so it's less about the degree and your major, it's more about the skills. So when you're going into that interview, don't say like, hey, I studied psychology, but what you could say is what I really enjoyed about school was the research, the writing, the, you know, collaboration, and leaning into those experiences. That's what's going to be interesting to that hiring manager.